Good people, it's your boy Mr. Rome, Cowboys fan talk, right back, like I never left. What's up with y'all, man? How are y'all feeling? As you can see, I'm feeling real Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? Had to leave the shades on for the. Nah, I ain't gonna do that to you. I ain't gonna do that to you. I'm not. But I do feel real good about yesterday's victory. Um, as Dak said, it's something that we can build on. Absolutely something that we can build on. I just wanted to come in here and give my team their flowers. After this victory, a lot of people deserve their flowers. We're going to talk about ways we can get better as a team over the next 2 weeks. We got plenty of time. There's plenty of stuff to improve on. But sometimes you got to step back and just say, maybe I am him. You know what I'm saying? And first and foremost, you know what I'm saying, let me give my props to Dak Prescott. One of two highest rated quarterbacks from PFF. And I ain't even a big PFF fan, but you know what I'm saying? I got to give my boy his flowers when he can get them because he don't get them much. 90 quarterback in week 6. Heck of a way to end the week. All of the games that was played, Dak Prescott and actually Matthew Stafford. So shout out to Dak Prescott. Played a phenomenal game yesterday. I was saying that before the grades came out. So maybe my eyes make sense because the people that study the game daily and give grades agreed with me. He played phenomenal. Dak is also second in EPA in the entire NFL right now. So as much as we're not getting the explosive like touchdowns and everything like that, I feel like Dak is playing the game at an incredible level. Certain things, yes, we will want. Like Michael Gallup, you got to make that catch. Michael Gallup might have to get benched. I'm not playing those games no more. You know I'm one of the biggest Michael Gallup fans. I was beating the drum for him all offseason, saying he was back. Things in camp looked like he might have been back, but the proof is in the pudding. You ain't been showing it in the games, man. Last couple of games, you ain't helping your quarterback. You dropping passes. You're running routes lazily. It's just, I don't see it. Man coverage is locking you down. You can't run your slants against man unless they're playing off. I'm sorry, but let's get back to the positive. CeeDee Lamb, let me give him his flowers, man. CeeDee was saying, I need the ball, and he delivered. I think he had seven catches for 117 yards or something like that. Y'all correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. CeeDee Lamb balled out, highly graded by PFF as well. Bunch of players was highly graded. As much as people said that was a struggle win, we had players playing phenomenally. Now we were very sloppy, and like I said, we're gonna talk about needing to clean up the penalties. Dan Quinn, you're not absolved from this. A lot of people lining up off sides. I don't know what's going on with that. I know you want to be aggressive. We need more discipline. But some of those penalties weren't exactly like well earned, and some of those penalties was just the officiating crew was trying to get us because that 100% that muffed punt was a player getting pushed into another player. It was a hands to a face. You push him into another player. If you could do that, we're doing that every week. You know what I'm saying? That's just something that I've never seen before. They messed up on the call. They didn't want to go back on it because they always trying to screw the Cowboys. It is what it is. But shout out to CeeDee Lamb. Like I said, incredible game. Also back to Dak Prescott, man. He just looked like his old self, man. That running of the football, using his legs is something that we all been waiting for. I'm saying I think he needs to use his legs like Aaron Rodgers used to do. I'm not expecting him to run for 50, 60 yards a game. I just think when the defense thinks everything is wrapped up, Dak these days has not been wanting to take off. I know he got PTSD from breaking his ankle in half. But Dak looked incredible yesterday, just keeping the defense honest. If you want to play man, not send a spy because no one respects Dak's running, and Dak can pick up 6 or 7 yards in a chunk and slide, do that. Do that. I want to continue to do that just to keep the defense honest. You know what I'm saying? I think that's incredible. Offensively, the offensive line, much to be desired. I didn't see too many things that I really loved. Dak got hit a lot. A lot of people complaining about Dak taking sacks and things like that. But y'all was also complaining about when he forced balls and got interceptions. You got to pick one. If the play ain't there and he can't throw it away, you got to take the sack. I don't want him to take sacks. I don't want him to get hit. But I also want him to be smart and not turn the ball over trying to force things like last year when he was getting coached to do that. So we got to find a happy medium. We don't want him to be too conservative. We also want him to be too reckless. It's a balance in there, and we're getting it. Because our offense, as much as people's hating on it, we're not as bad as everybody think. Things are coming together. Incredible to see Brandon Cooks get involved. Great catch. They look like they started to establish a little connection. I would love the pecking order to go CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Cooks. then Vontae Turpin, Jalen Tolbert. You know what I'm saying? Like something like that. Like get Jalen Tolbert involved. It's time. His time is coming. We're going to talk about that over the break too. Like really dig into that. I think Jalen Tolbert is more than ready to get out there and show himself. And sometimes maybe if you bench a player or show a player you can get benched, they play better. I feel like Cowboys do too much of just let players be even when they play bad. And that's not cool. That's not cool. Oh, and shout out to anybody that liked the shirt. You know what I'm saying? That most hated shirt feels so good after W's like that. After our boy played great, don't it? It feels good. Let's talk about the defense, man. Let's talk about Micah Parsons. Phenomenal game. And a lot of people saying, where's Micah? Where's all the sacks? Micah was in the backfield all night. Highest pressure rate in the NFL in the fourth quarter. That's Micah Parsons. And when I tweeted out, I said, this is when you make your name, Micah. Literally, I didn't know it was going to happen. I was expecting them to just make a play in a series of plays. Literally, the next play, Micah gets the sack. I'm like, there's that boy. That's the defensive player of the year in my mind. There's no doubt. You know, he's doing more than just statistical buildup. He's making plays when they look at all of our games. Micah Parsons, out of most of our games this year, has made a play in a timely manner. That's the type of stuff that stands out that wins you Defensive Player of the Year. It's not just an accumulation of chest sacks. It's not the sack leader. That's another statistical category. Micah Parsons is making all the proper plays at the proper times. I feel like if he stays on this trajectory, that award is his. Shout out to DeMarcus Lawrence, though. D-Law has been playing phenomenal this year. I'm talking about like might be the highest rated defender on the team week in and week out, and that's including with Micah Parsons. He's been in the 90s all year. Yes, and he doesn't have a whole lot of sacks, but he's doing everything. He's batting balls down and getting pressures in the backfield and tackles for loss. DeMarcus Lawrence is phenomenal. Like not just like okay for a veteran, like phenomenal. And he needs to get more flowers. We need to give him more credit. Marquise Bell, man, if he weighed like 20, 30 pounds more, he'd be Roquan Smith. That's how he looked yesterday. I'm talking about he was that highly graded and he looked that great. Like he looked like a dark-skinned Sean Lee. Like he was everywhere. And if he gonna play like that, hey, we gonna be just fine. It's just his size, pause, worries me because he's a safety. But if he can put on a little bit of weight and not lose his speed, but keep those instincts, long career. Long career. Jaron Kearse had a good game. Deron Bland dropped a pick 6, but Deron Bland has been everywhere. He's looking like CB1 since we lost Diggs, man. Diggs, man, heal up, man. We miss you. Stephon Gilmore is still him, as you've seen in the clip. Still just balling. He is a technique specialist. He's lost some steps speed-wise, but his technique keeps him in the games. It's a little bit different than AB. AB might have been a little bit faster than Gilmore, but his technique wasn't there. You know, Gilmore, if he's in the vicinity, he it's the little small things. I've seen him break up passes this year. I've seen him pick off 2 passes this year. He just is the right place at the right time. Now, if it's just a pure speed matchup, he's going to lose. But technique-wise, understanding the game, he's a big asset, and he's going to continue to pay dividends. I'm just proud of our boys, man. I'm proud of our boys. I feel like they deserve their flowers. That's why I wanted to come out here today and talk about that. Like I said, we got 2 weeks. We're going to break down things that need to be, like I said, the penalties. We'll probably talk more in depth about Tolbert playing over Gallup. We're going to talk about Mike McCarthy possibly not believing in Dak Prescott, which might be true. I don't usually agree with national media. But something got to give, Mike. And you know I support Mike. Y'all know I support Money Mike. But it's a little bit too conservative. The pendulum has swung too far left. You know what I'm saying? You have to believe in your quarterback. Now, yesterday he called the game right. Sometimes situationally, I'm not mad. You can tell it wasn't going to be a shootout. You can tell it was going to be a standstill, and you take your points. So I'm not mad at that. But in other situations, I just want to let Dak fly, man. Dak hit Michael Gallup dead in his hands, which is why I'm so upset. The passing is there. Let your boy go. Even the Cowboys haters today was like, I mean, he might be a little bit too conservative. That's not hate on Dak. That's hate on let it go. Now, don't be too crazy. Find a balance. That's all I'm saying. Find a balance. But it feels good today, don't it? It feels real good to just be like, hey, man, we are one of the better teams in the league, whether you want to like dismiss it or not. I feel like we're going to get a little bit more healthier over the break. I feel like we're going to be able to do some things to implement into our offense to make some changes. I feel like Rashawn Evans is going to be ready to start or at least get into the rotation. I think that's good because I feel like he's going to be a big asset for this team. I feel like we ain't out here desperate, man. We ain't signing washed up receivers and stuff like that. We are actually going into the break healthy, mentally healthy, and physically getting healthy. What I mean by that, as far as just gaining our confidence back, that San Francisco game definitely bruised the confidence a little bit. But after yesterday, after everybody was telling us that Kellen Moore and Justin Herbert gonna do y'all dirty, no, they weren't. No, they not. They got humbled. They got humbled. You know what I'm saying? I just want truth and facts. I'm tired of people and they hate. But look, I'm feeling good. Like I said, we got plenty of time to talk about this team. But just, if you a real Cowboys fan, if you wasn't scary like I've been calling out people, step back and realize you're dealing with a real team. It's a lot of football left. We're going to start preparing for the Rams. We're going to get that W. And then we're going to build off of that. We're not going to talk about further down the year. No, we're going to talk about the Rams. That's who next up. Rest in the Rams. That's it. We'll talk about the other teams when we get there. It's your boy, Mr. Rome, man. I'll holla.
I'm still them boys, them boys, them boys, them boys, them boys. I'm still, somebody tell them I'm still them boys, them boys, them boys. I'm still them boys. I'm still them boys. Don't text me, don't call me asking me, 'cause you know that I'm still them
out of
boys.
disrespect.